It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to Around the House with Eric G. Pro Insider Special. This is where I talk about all the things in the trades today. Maybe you're a business person, maybe you are selling tile, maybe you're a kitchen and bath designer or a framing contractor, or even a plumber. This is for you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, today. This is our weekly show. Now, I'm starting to think here, and feel free to message me over at aroundthehouseonline.com because we're thinking about taking this into a longer format, but doing it every other week instead of these quick hits every single week. So we're doing some thoughts about how we do this show a little bit differently and, of course, make it better. So feel free to give us your take there or on the social media posts when I post this stuff up. Well, I wanted to talk today about something that's been ravaging contractors across the United States. And it's been happening here in Portland, and KGW here did a story on it. And I was made aware of it by my friends over at Bloom Pest Control. They're a supporter of us here in our Portland station, AM 860 The Answer. And they are great people. In Portland, if I have a pest control or a crawl space, that's who I send people to. Well, the problem is there's been a couple people out there that in the pest control industry that decided that they were going to leave fake, horrible reviews on people's Google reviews. And it's pretty easy to do that, and that is the sad part. That there is not a thing like on Amazon, at least, where it says, verified purchase. And even plenty of those are fake. But I wanted to talk today a little bit about what's going on in the industry out there. And I'm seeing this in a couple different ways, where people can hijack other people's digital space. And reviews are one of them. So this story by KGW, and I'm not going to read it because anybody can go on the web and take a look at it. But basically what's happened is a company, it is alleged, went out, and they're a pest control company, went out and just started hammering on horrible reviews on everybody else's page except theirs, and they left good ones on theirs. So here's what's kind of cool. This is the good part of the story. The entire pest control industry, or most of them that I'm aware of, the big guys and the little ones, all stepped up and became friends and are now watching each other's back. And they're now stronger because of it. These bad actors, or alleged bad actors out there, they were taking over the space just by doing bad reviews. Now, you even see that in the radio and podcasting industry, especially the podcasting and YouTube stuff out there, because you see some YouTubers go out there and hijack other people's space, and they leave a bad review or a bad comment. No, not that at all. You know, there are here's the thing. Let's get behind the curtain a little bit on what I've seen out there. Like, I can go on to a radio station's Facebook page, and I'm not going to name one, but if you look at it, it's pretty easy to tell radio stations, businesses, celebrities, if they have fake friends. Here's how you look at it. I can look over at somebody, like I'm gonna put to mind somebody that's on Facebook a lot in the building community. They're allegedly a pro. I can look at them and say they have 120,000 friends and followers on there. But when they post up, there's 7 people that comment or like or follow. With engagement numbers that are that low, it's pretty easy to tell that most of the people that are following are not real. Because I'll be honest, you can go into the darker side of the web, and not the dark web, but you can go into the darker side of the web and buy as many Facebook followers as you want. Used to be you could do that with podcasting too. You could do that with Instagram. And then all of a sudden, the fake bots out there, all of a sudden, boom, you got all these friends, all these followers. The problem is it's really horrible for business. Because when Facebook looks at you now, or many of the other algorithms out there, they look at you and go, oh, wow, you have 100 and something thousand friends and 7 people noticed. You have horrible content. We're not going to push you out to other people because nobody likes what you're doing. So those people over the years that have purchased these have made horrible decisions and they've tanked themselves. So now their stuff is not getting out to new people. And this was very much an old school way to do it. And I've seen that with podcasters. I've seen podcasters come out and go, man, look at all of our great numbers. Then you go, wow, why are they not even on the Apple podcast charts? Because those numbers were not real. And they got nailed. I've seen it be weaponized, though, where one YouTuber will do that to another YouTuber, will pay to have someone give them fake followers. And YouTube shuts them down because they figured out that they bought fake followers. Well, it wasn't them. It was their competitor. So these are the things in this digital landscape that I want you to be very careful with as a business. One, make sure your reviews, look for those reviews. Take a peek at them. Make sure that you're watching the Yelps because, man, Yelp can be horrible. Google can be weaponized. Take a look at those review sites. And then work with your real customers to get good reviews. Have a review system for your business. So when that check is signed, when that project's done, follow up and try to get a good review. It's simple business. But if you've got fake people on your social media, maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you made a mistake and paid for some of those people, see what you can do to get that cleaned up a little bit. It's harder to clean it up than it is to go out and spend, I don't know what it costs, $50 to get, 100 people or 500 people or 1,000 people or 5,000, whatever it is. That's where you're going to get yourself burned. So be very, very careful because those are hurting your social media. Oh, it sure helps your ego because you got all these followers. But you know something? That's one thing we've never done here. And that's why on Around the House with Eric G and Caroline B, we don't have the 50,000 people that are our followers. But you know something? If you compare how many people are engaged on the site, we have more engagement than other radio show hosts that are in home improvement that have 10 times what we have. Quite frankly, because we have real people that are part of the team. And not those bots. So enjoy your numbers. Enjoy that they're real people. Let that help you grow, and you're going to be better off. And stay away from the fake stuff. That fake stuff's going to burn you every time. And it's going to hurt whatever you're trying to do. And one other little crazy thing I wanted to just rant about today. I have been a purveyor of Clubhouse. And I tell you what, Clubhouse is an interesting platform. But oh my gosh, is it irritating many times. There are people on there that are trying to be coaches that have no idea what they're talking about. I can't tell you how many podcast coaches that I get out there that I'm like, you've never had a podcast. How can you be a podcast coach? You don't know what you're talking about because I can tell you what you're trying to do isn't working. So be very careful when you're talking with coaches. Because I say with plenty of people out there that are claiming to be coaches, is many times that person is a coach because they couldn't do it themselves in their real life. Now, there are plenty of good coaches, but there's even more of them that aren't. So be very careful out there. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the week. We will have another live show again here this weekend, no best of, with 9/11. We won't be addressing 9/11 here on the show this weekend, but we will be thinking about it. Plenty of other people are doing it. We're just going to let Around the House with Eric G and Caroline B be its own escape away from the revisiting of the 20th anniversary. Even though we're not mentioning it, we're sure thinking about it. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the week, the short week. Thanks for listening to Around the House.